welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Today, we'll be doing a nice little interesting painting. I hope you could follow along with me. Let me have them graphically run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got done up here. I have my regular 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double prime, and I have it on landscape mode or horizontal. And all I did was add a thin layer of the liquid white. Rather than that, it's slick, it's wet, it's ready to go. You can add on whichever layers you want. Let's get started with today's painting. I thought let's keep it something we always do, but also not too simple. We'll see what we do, what we come up with. We're gonna go into a little bit of Prussian blue. Nice Prussian blue. And a little bit of crimson in there. Alizarin crimson, Prussian blue. Just tapping it on the brush. And some titanium white. There we are. Just kind of work my way into the painting. Starting at the base, we'll get darker at the top. Right now, I just want to block in this color for the most part. There. Just blending it out, scrubbing it on. Now, just pure Prussian blue. Tap it into the bristles. And just lay it on top. There. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of mountain mixture and Prussian blue again. Just a little bit. Just to really darken up those corners. Have them stand out. Okay. Let me wipe off my brush. And I'm just gonna tap it sort of downwards just a bit and crisscross. And then go across, downwards. There's many ways to blend. There's no right or wrong way. As long as you get the job done, you should be fine. Okay. That looks like a nice area. Let me just... I noticed it looks a little too pale right here in the center. So I'm going to just add a little bit of color. There. There we go. Okay, let me step back, look at it. Looks good. Now, let's go ahead. Let's start ourselves a little cloud. We're gonna go. Let's grab a number 6 fan brush. I was gonna use a number 3, but number 6 will cover more grounds. A little bit of mountain mixture, just a little bit, and some of that white. It's already polluted, so no biggie. Just like so. And we're gonna come up here and think of a cloud shape, but we're doing the base. We're doing the base of the cloud because the base would have shadows. So just stepping back there. Just kind of let it go on. Now we're gonna add more white. Not complete white, just a little more white. I don't want it completely. because then we can't add on higher layers of highlight. We want to be able to add on more highlight layers. So in order to do that, you can't go all the bright colors right away. You can't just go and with it with straight titanium white. You gotta work your way up. Work your way up. There. There we are. I would think the shadows are more at the bottom. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of mountain mixture and just add a little bit more shadows. That's still almost the same value. Whew. And just here and there. And just add in a couple shadows lurking in there. Let me wipe off my brush. I like to do dry brush blending, or dry cleaning, I meant to say. But dry brush blending is also another thing where you blend everything with the dry brush and everything. But that's a whole different thing. Um, I don't like to use paint thinner. So what I do is just clean off on a rag or a paper towel, a shop towel. And when it comes time to clean them and have them ready, I'll put them in, I'll clean them in Dawn dish soap and shape them back to the original shape they are. So I don't like to use much paint thinner and all that stuff. They're just kind of adding on a level of highlights and all that. And it's still not pure white because we're blending it in. We're trying to get pure white, but the brush is dirty and it's blending in, so it's not pure white. Not pure white. Just getting my brush, wiping it off as much as I can. Let me beat it to get off the excess. Let's come up here and just softly, the base. Just the base. You don't want to get the top, but you want to use the top of the brush, top corner. Lift up very softly and just go across. Just like that. You have yourself a nice little sky, something different than what we usually do. Now, let me go ahead, let me grab some mountain mixture and cut a roll. Look at that nice little roll of paint on the edge of your knife. Let's come up here, and I want it in the center. There. There we are. There. We're gonna make this look interesting. We have to. Or I have to for you guys. There. Just kind of stain the canvas. I thank you guys for showing your love and appreciation for my last video. That one did really well. You guys seem to like that one. So I want to thank you guys for that. Now, just come up here and just pull that paint. Pull it. Pull it. Every time you do a mountain, remember to pull that paint. If you're doing the wet on wet technique. If you're doing the different technique, you might not have to. You might not have to, or you might can't. That's another thing. Okay, let me pile up this black, and we gotta make ourselves a nice brown color, just to make it look like it's wood up there. A little bit of black just to dull it out. Just a little bit. We don't need much. You don't want to overdo it either. Just scooping it up. There. Add a little touch of white. And let's come up here. Very lightly. Very lightly. And just there. And we're gonna add a nice little shadow. So to that brown, I'm adding a little bit of black and slightest touch of white. Slightest. And just over here. There. Pile that up. Let's add a little bit more white. Just a little bit. Just want a little extra highlight here and there. There. Clean off my knife. And I think I'm gonna scoop it up right around there. So I'm gonna grab some titanium white. Nice, good, firm titanium white. Cut a roll. And just there. There we are. Very gentle. Very, very gentle. Maybe out here just a little bit. And let's add a little bit of our shadow color from up there to give us a nice gray color. It's a nice toned down gray. And just lightly. Just a little bit. I just want a little bit of shadows. Not too much. Okay. That seems about right for me. There. Maybe just to kind of fix it a bit. There. And you can also pull a little bit of that underneath. Pretty simple. Now, let's go ahead and let's do another pair of mountains. We're gonna go into straight mountain mixture. Come up here and just big mountains. There. Maybe this one goes off the canvas. we'll have it sort of cover that up. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm gonna have the two mountains be a little conjoint. Some good old mountains. I love seeing mountains. I just don't like being there because it's too cold for me. But I know there's some people who love mountains. There. Let's sort of angle that down. There we are. There. Let me pile up that black real quick. And so now we got to pull that paint to make it one nice smooth color. Shoom. There we are. I want to make those two kind of conjoint. There, sort of pull. These are huge mountains. There. Shoom. There we are. Now, we already have snow covered mountains in the back. So what I want to do for the front is make it with grass and all that. So I'm going to grab a good old flat brush. My trusty old flat brush. I finally restored my brushes. Yay. And I'm going to go into a little bit of sap green and cadmium yellow. Light's coming this way, so there's a lot of paint still on it, so it's gonna blend it out, which I don't really mind too much, just not yet. There. Try to shape the way you want your grass to go. There. Just a little bit there. So I want to announce I just got some classes to improve my portraits, my still lifes, and everything. So I will be practicing more realism, which is way different than this. And you guys let me know in the comments whether you guys would want to see that. Of course, they're gonna be longer videos. I'm talking hours, but they're more realism. Or we can just stick to this style, which I like because anyone can do. Anyone can do this for fun. It doesn't have to be to necessarily try to make the best painting. It could just be, hey, you simply just want to have a date night or something. This style is really fun, and yeah, it's pretty fun because it teaches you how to enjoy painting and loosen up and all that. The other ones you need references and more stricter and all that good stuff. Different paints, different brushes, So I'm just using my palette knife, but I'm gonna blend it out just here and there. There. There we are. Shoom. Bada bing, bada boom. A little bit of our dark brown. There. A little bit here. I think the grass will cover that area up so I don't have to worry too much about it. If I knew there was going to be nothing, then I would be a bit more worried to cover that up. But I can always just cover it up. I've been holding this one idea that for a landscape painting that I hope I can bring on canvas. I'm trying to find the right canvas. I know 16 by 20 isn't gonna suit that painting. It's just not for that painting. So I'm looking for good canvas sizes to kind of mess around with. Kind of dull this out a bit using that same brown color. Okay. Now I gotta use my palette knife again. Just adding on to the other side. There. I barely have any paint, so let me mix up another batch. I go through brown pretty quickly. At this point, I gave up buying brown paint because I just tend to mix it up and it's good to go. It's nice to have the color right there, but it's also nice to mix it up and knowing you made the color instead of putting it out of the tube and just boop. Ooh, that's gorgeous, but it's too dark. Let me put some white aside. Gotta find that in between where it's not too dark, not too light. Let's go a little darker towards the back. There. There we are. Just letting some of that light hit because it's coming more this way. And just letting that light play around and dance around. Test things out. You don't know what you'll like. You gotta mess around and see what comes out good. What don't you like? What can you change? Painting is somewhere you gotta be really creative. That's where your creative side comes out. And that's why I like painting. Makes you think outside the box rather than just, oh, I'm gonna do this and this only. Now I say that and I have a habit of only doing landscapes, not really doing much, but I'm telling you, you want to improve, you gotta change that up, and I'm working on changing that up, doing more portraits, more florals, more, a little bit of everything, you know? It's good to have that in your toolbox, even though you don't use it. There. So now, little sap green. I'm gonna just get it up there. The light would be hitting, so that's why I have it little more lighter. But you also have to have a balance between everything. Not too light, not too dark. There. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of distant trees. So a little sap green, a little bit of mountain mixture, and maybe there. There they live. Just right across from that big mountain. There. Let me add more sap green. Give it some more color. Just okay. And right here at the bottom. And bada bing, bada boom. Just something flowing right off. There. I think that looks pretty neat. Now, I do gotta warn you guys, we are probably gonna go over the time. Well, there's no probably. We are going over the time. So, just gonna go into midnight black and just add in a little bit of green and just dark colors, but I want to add in another layer of distant trees. So, just like so. And let's go ahead. Oh, I grabbed the wrong flat. I had this one for brown. There. Just bring that brown back into the brush. A little bit of cadmium yellow. And sort of fade that base out. There. Now, let's go into a little bit of Prussian blue, a little bit of alizarin crimson, just to mix up a lavender, more to the blue side though. There. Maybe if you want, you can tap on a little bit of white. Just tap it and blend it out. Now, what I want to do next is let's go ahead and let's make this come right out. Something like so. There we are. A little bit of more black in there. There. Basically like scribbling crayons a little bit of light here and there. Blend it with the one behind so everything goes all subtle. You can add more light towards the front, but blend it. Don't don't leave it different values. Well, different values, but not everything. Kind of have that balance in between. Um, Let me go ahead into my brown and shoom. Just add in a little bit of dirt just to lay on there. Okay, a little bit of black, a little bit of brown, maybe here, shoom, and there's gonna live a little tree. Okay, a little bit of liquid white, a little bit of liquid white, a little bit of sap green and cadmium yellow. Light would be coming this way. I almost forgot. You saw me doodling over here. There. A little bit of that liquid white into some brown. And just add in that little stem there. Just something subtle, something there. You get what I'm saying? I'm asking you guys like if you're gonna respond back to me. It's alright. A little bit here, just pull it down. I want to do some reflections. And just grab it, pull it. See, if I'm gonna stay extra time, I want to make it worth it at least. So I'm not gonna leave you guys half at it. Let's go ahead. Let's grab a little bit of black and some green. And let's come up here, sort of just a little bit there. We're gonna have some reflections coming down here. A little bit out here. And have reflections down there. Okay? Let's make those reflections come to life. Ever so gently, just pull down, go across slightly. And let's go ahead. Let's block in some color. Just blocking in pure color. Just to make our lives easier, we can block in some more color there. There we are. Let's add some brown into that mixture. There. Shit. Just very lightly. Sorry for the bad word. Came out. I apologize. Okay. Ever so lightly. There. Very gentle. Just blend that out. Shoom. There. A little bit of it there. Just like so. Okay, now let's go ahead, let's add in some evergreen trees. I wanna do that real quick to cover up that space we have. So a little bit of that green color right here, maybe here, and just same thing as a fan brush, just tap it on. Very simple. Everything comes together with the highlight. Once you highlight it, it's when it'll come together. There, very so lightly. Shoot, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Just like that. Let's go into a little bit of cadmium yellow with the same dirty brush, a little bit of liquid white in there. And let's come up here and just highlight it. There. There we are. And a little bit over here. Just like so. Okay. And we gotta cover up that other area. So all I'm gonna do is just add in another evergreen tree. Make it pretty simple on this. Just right there. There. There we are. Same dirty brush. Just like so. And okay. And I'm gonna put in a few little water lines, and I'll complete today's painting. Just like that, you have a completed painting. I really hope you enjoy this painting. Try this painting out. I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, my friend. Goodbye.